Thank you for joining me. This is Benyarko bringing you another lesson in jazz piano techniques. Today I'm going to continue my series on the importance of Bill Evans and how he changed the sound of the piano, especially for trio pianists. And although he played a lot of solo pianists in terms of field, his real influence can be found in the way pianists approach their left hand. I talked previously about how before Bill Evans, pianists used to play these full root, full chords. And I used the song Autumn Leaves. I said people, pianists would play something like this. Now Bill Evans came, and then people started playing things like this. Right? All right. So people started playing roulette voicings, staying in one register mainly and leaving the bass line a lot of room to play. So today we're going to continue that and talk about how to approach 2-5-1s, which is the most well-known progression in jazz. So let me use the song Solar, right, by Horace Silver. It's on the Miles Davis record entitled Solar. Horace Silver is on the record, and although you reclassify that as hard bop, it's a song whereby you can hear a lot of modern pianists use Bill Evans chords for that. Okay, and then after Bill Evans, you have the first real major force, which is McCoy Tyner, who changes it and does the chords. So we'll go into him later, but let's talk about Bill Evans. So before Bill Evans, if I was to play solo, I'll do something like this. So I might do something like that, all right? If I'm playing in a trio, like I said, my personal style is that I feed off a lot of pianists. And if I'm playing whether it's solo or in a trio, I use a combination of Bill Evans voicings and Bud Powell voicings and Billy Taylor and all the pianists I admire, Mulgrew Miller, and so forth. But let's say we're doing Bill Evans and I'm playing solo. I might do something like this. All right. So as you can see there, by me doing that, the bass players allowed a lot of room to do different things. This is not to say um, you can't play solo piano with Bill Evans chords. Like I said, people like Red Garland were using Bill Evans chord, although Red Garland, brought his own personality by playing in the right hand octaves with a fifth on it. So but Red Garland blues would sound something like this. Very easy. I'm trying to make it easy for you guys. So playing around with the blues, octaves and fifth in there, right? be a Red Garland thing. So, you know, you can play solo piano by moving from the bass line and playing those rootless voicings on there. And Red Garland has a record where he does that. So, very important. You know, you can play solo piano using that technique. It is a little, you know, uh, less done, you know. All right, so let's tackle the 2-5-1s. Let's do one in the key of C. You can do a 2-5-1, let's say a regular 2-5-1 with the root, right? If I'm doing Bill Evans voicings, I might do this. All right, so I have the 2-5-1, no root. I'm playing the 3rd, the 5th, 7th, and 9th. I might do this to this next one. So next one is a G7 chord, but instead I'm playing the 7th, flatted 9th, 3rd, sharp 5, and then for the 1, this is what I might do. All right. So instead of do something like this, I'm doing this instead. Or I might do something like this, and very important in terms of Bill Evans course to use to know your inversion. So I might, instead of play with the 3rd, I might do it with the 5th on top. Right? So I might do, okay, and you hear that sound. Okay, and you hear Bill Evans do that a lot. Whereas D minor in the key of C, right? D minor 7. All right, we have the 3rd on top. Then we have a G7, right, with the 3rd in the bottom, and we have the flatted 9th there, and then we have the C7. Or you could do it with the even the dominant 7 on top, where it sounds like this. Right? Or same chord like this, G7, and then to the C7. You know, make it a root chord at the end. So you need to know your inversion. So that is how you can approach your 2-5-1s when it comes to Bill Evans chord. And like I said, play around with certain tunes. You know, play around with how, you know, you would do rootless voicings, and then try it out with your trios. Try it out solo piano. You know, like I said, you can do the same song solo. Instead of do the root G7, you could do something like, that's a Bill Evans voice in there. You know, just mix it up and come up with your own voicings. And this is a way you can expand your knowledge of voicings. And like I said, whatever you do, try it in all 12 keys, you know. If you're doing this, try it in all 12 keys. All right, all 12 keys, you should be able to do that, you know, and you go back and forth. Like I said, so it's something that you should definitely be practicing. Again, that's a Bill Evans approach to 2-5-1s. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. This is Benyarko. If you need any private lessons, my website is benyarkomusic.com, and my email is benyarkomusic@gmail.com.